Turn through my history and you'll see me standing in the middle of a street in February in Liverpool, staring up at a house I've never seen before and wondering what's going to happen next. I made the decision kind of suddenly to move to the UK for a period of 3 or 4 months because I had 3 or 4 months to write a book, and I thought, hey, why write a book in the United States when I can write a book somewhere else? I did not investigate the place I would be living. I just kind of signed on the dotted line. I knew it was going to be cheap, I knew it was going to be easy, and I knew it was going to be abroad. So I arrive at this house, and I know that I'm going to be sharing the house with 7 or 8 other people. What I don't know is that 3 of those people, myself included, are not actually living in the house. We're living in the backyard, in a series of sheds. So I'm, trying to keep an open mind, and I am led to my shed in the backyard of this house in the middle of Liverpool, and my shed is so small that you can reach out and touch the walls. Needless to say, it was very small, and it was, for all intents and purposes, a shed. But again, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I'm only here for 3 months. You can survive anything for 3 to 4 months. So I move my 2 suitcases into my little shed and kind of get cozy, start to settle in. Night falls in my shed. It's very shed-like in there. It feels like a shed. And I'm lying there in bed thinking about how this is basically like camping. And I look to the wall beside my bed, because the wall is right there beside my bed, and there is a spider. But it's not like a normal spider. The spider is big enough that I can see the fur or hair or whatever you want to call it on the spider. But I am trying to be really zen about this because it is a very small shed and it is a very big spider. And I look away for a second to try and grab a cup to trap the spider, and I look back, and the spider, which was in the very center of the wall, is gone. And the windows are closed, and the doors are closed, and there is no sign of the spider anywhere. And I do the only thing that I can think to do at around 2 in the morning. I decide to name the spider, because I feel like if I name it, it won't scare me so much, and I won't be obsessed with the fact that I don't know where it is in my shed. So I decide to name the spider Bob. And Bob never shows his face again, but you better believe every single night as I went to bed in my shed, I thought about Bob, and I just said, Bob, we are sharing a very small space here, and I am not going to bother you wherever you are in this shed, and you are not going to bother me. I choose to believe, even though we cannot have a full conversation because you are a spider. I was there for 3 months, I moved on, and I never saw Bob again, but I choose to believe that I had a good moment of karma in not hunting that spider down into the corners of my shed and mercilessly killing it. I will say, when I moved to New York several months later, and my housemates-to-be told me that my room was very small, I was just like, psh, I have lived in a shed. And so it gives you perspective. I have lived in a shed with a spider named Bob, and everything after that has just been, it's been pie.